speaker, author, actor, and personal branding expert who is transforming lives with her message of confidence. She joins us now to share some of her expert tips. Well, I haven't seen you now. In a couple of years, you have not changed. You're as gorgeous as ever.
Thank you so much.
Really, I'm ageless.
Love being here.
So hopefully some of these tips that you're going to share with us will help us remain as lovely as you have.
Oh, thank you very much.
Now, pageants, we're going to start with that and how those all came to be and how that all ties in. So tell us what made you decide to enter a pageant for the first time?
Nancy, that is a great question because I turned 50 last year, and I know, and I had never entered a pageant before, and I had, the pageant owner had contacted me 2 years before and asked me to do the pageant, and I said no, and she asked me the next year and I said no, and then she asked me again last year, and I had to stop to think, why was I continuing to say no?
Okay, and why were you continuing to say no?
That's a great question, because actually I was saying no because I was resisting, I was in fear, and that's one of the things that I talk about when I help people break through their barriers.
There you go.
And develop confidence. But I was experiencing it myself.
There you go.
And I had to recognize it, and you know.
And I think that probably helped a lot because, you know, if you can put yourself in someone else's position, it's easier to recognize what the problem may be with for them as well. So we have these beautiful, beautiful crowns and
sashes.
I
know.
What was it like winning? I mean, does this happen the first year that you entered?
Not typically.
But you did.
But I did, because once I decided to do it, I was all in. It was like, I am winning this thing.
I'm going to do this.
I know. And so I was so proud to represent Florida, to go. So this is, this is the crown and the sash for Florida, and I was so happy to be able to represent Florida in the national pageant. So I can, so this is my Florida crown, and so I thought this was big.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh my gosh, this is such a big crown when I got it, and I thought, wow, that's pretty neat, and I really liked that. But then, you know, I was on stage and they called my name as the winner, Mrs. United States Woman of Achievement, and they brought out this thing.
Can you pick it up, or you need two hands?
Well, to tell you the truth, it was so big. They put it on my head, and it fell right down.
Oh my God!
My
Oh no!
Because I was such a tiny head.
Oh my God!
I know. Yeah, not on stage. It happened. I was doing an interview afterwards, and I'm standing there with the interviewer, and it just went straight down. But you know, Mrs. Florida the year before actually won too, and it was her first time. So she kind of coached me up a little bit.
Cool.
And she gave me the crown, so that was great. That Mrs. Florida gave it to another Mrs. Florida.
And you also have.
And I won. Yes, I also won Miss Photogenic, and I won.
See why?
Yes, I won a speech award for my speech, because we had to do a talent or a speech, and I gave a speech, and I won an award for it. And I also won for my platform, which is Audacious Confidence.
Okay. So tell our audiences, please, Audacious Confidence and why you use this as your platform.
Audacious confidence is an unshakable belief in yourself and that is so bold and daring that you live your life without limits. And so I want everyone to really experience what it's like to live a life without limits, because we limit ourselves so much in our minds that we can't, you know, I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm too old for this, and so let's break free of that and live audaciously.
Because it's all really in your mind.
Yes, let's live bold and with confidence.
Okay. Now you've written a book here that talks about that.
Age with Audacious Confidence, yes.
And we're going to talk about this in the upcoming weeks on Aging Gracefully. You're going to join us there.
Yes,
okay?
I'll be back.
Viewers, stay tuned for that, and we'll find out a lot more about Alicia's book. So you said you were going to share some of your tips
for living audacious, an audaciously confident life. So I have 7 tips, and it's on my website. You can download for free. So the first tip is to know yourself and love yourself, because if you don't know who you are and love who you are, then how can you really expect to step out and be confident in who you are?
Okay. How do you do that?
Oh, well, you gotta call me.
Okay.
So you gotta learn how to know yourself and love yourself. Because
Okay.
I really had low self-esteem for a long, long time, and I didn't even realize it. I didn't realize that I did have low self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
So know yourself, love yourself. The second one is practice, practice, practice. You know, when you practice something, you get better
Sure.
at it.
Sure.
The third tip is about your passion and your purpose. Because when you have a passion for something, you know, you become bold.
Exactly.
The next tip is your tags, your talents, your assets, your gifts, and your skills. You need to be able to define what those are. And then the 4th through 7th are what I use for the pageant, which is to look at your resistances, where your fears are, and conquer those. Employ your alter ego. And my alter ego was actually the beauty queen. So I embodied what my alter ego was.
I love it.
And then the 7th one is say yes to the things that you would typically say no to, and say no to those things that you should not be doing. Because if you are a people pleaser, you tend to say yes to everything, and you should not say yes to everything. So learn what to say yes to and what to say no to.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And you're living it.
Yes.
And you're living proof.
I
which
am living
is
proof. I had to walk the walk.
There you go.
I had to walk my talk.
Well, it's been wonderful having you. Tell our viewers where they can find out more, and then we'll hopefully see you really soon on Aging Gracefully.
Yes, absolutely. So they can go to my website. It's www.aliciacouri.com, ALICIACOURI, and they can download the 7 steps to audacious confidence, and I have a little bit more information about that on the website. So they can
Wonderful.
download that for free.
Delightful to see you.